Hello everyone, so my name is Sarah and I will try to answer the question in week 11, plural marriage. So the first question is, what does the prophet Joseph Smith's willingness to obey such a difficult commandment reveal about his faith and character? So based on what I read in Doctrine and Covenant 132 verse 29 until 40 is that the thing is that God actually explained him. By the way, Joseph Smith also asking why, like it seems not right, but so that's why he's asking why. But then God actually explained it about you're not alone. There's Abraham and there's also Moses and there's David and more that I told them to do the plural marriage because it's like protecting the women in that era. So, and God also said, wait, let me translate it. Okay, wait, I'm just gonna translate it. Wait. I am the Lord your God, and I give it to you, my servant Joseph. I decree and restore all things. Ask for what you wish, and it will be given to you according to my word. So, I thought that why do Joseph Smith willing to do his commandment is because it's what the Lord said. Sometimes we don't have to question things about the Lord plan, but I guess Joseph Smith also see what God's actually wants to see from his eyes. That I actually also asked my mom about it. So it's actually because God's want to protect us from the society, because on that era, a woman who is a widow is actually haram. So it's actually protecting the woman from society, like how cruel the society is. And yeah, that's why he told some men that he called to do the plural marriage. Yeah, and one of them is Joseph's, the servant, his servants. And yeah, and the second one, how might this experience of early church member help someone who has a question about whether Joseph Smith act as an inspired prophet of God when he's implemented the practice of plural marriage? Once again, from that era, it's actually legal to do the plural marriage. Yeah, and it's not like a bad thing, because plural marriage is not actually for doing what is wait, let me just translate it again. Doing adultery, yeah, that kind of thing. Plural marriage is actually I was catching that my mom actually said that it's protecting women from the society that will actually mock them because it's haram. So yeah, and my experience. Oh yeah. So if I have friends who are actually asking about this, I would say that in that era, there's I guess there's a lot of widows in that era, and also on that era, widow is actually haram. Being a widow is actually haram, and it's different from this era where we actually started to accept widow. Not starting, we accepting widows, and widows is not haram things, and yeah, and also you have to know that human is evolving. Either is how do you think, how your body changing, and how like people, yeah, how they think. I mean, you can see it. Like there's a different from a baby boomer and Gen Z, millennials, the alphas. Yeah, like there's a lot of evolving. So, and I read that. Oh wait, let me just find it. In many parts of the world, polygamy was socially acceptable and legal permissible. But in the United States, most people thought that the practice was morally wrong. So maybe, I don't know, maybe because they thought that if you love someone, you will have just one wife or one husband. Like it's cheating if you do more than one husband or one wife. I guess that is what they thought, but yeah, it's kind of illegal. I don't know if it's illegal for some country, but in my country, some religion actually it's illegal, but some people also think that that is maybe you're just not grateful for what you have. You know, feel like you're not. Feel like you need more from what you get. So yeah, and but yeah, it's different this era and from back days. Yeah, you will never understand because you never lived that way. But yeah, you have to know that. But that day, being a widow is actually haram. People who is haram is actually get mocked a lot, maybe got abused or something like that. And the last question is based on what you have learned. How was the practice of plural marriage by the early saint of this dispensation and indication of their faith, trust, and love of the Lord? Wait, just kind of. Oh wait, let me see the answer. So I guess basically, I'm sorry. Basically, the early saint, um, willing to obey the commandment about the practice of the plural marriage. It's because God tell them, and it's basically from God. So they feel like, so that I guess there's nothing wrong with it because it's from God. But know that God is actually care about us, about all of the humankind, and God is actually understand about how we feel, and God is actually know that we suffered a lot, and God knows that know how the world thing and the world will be. So, and He loves us, and so that's why the plural marriage was practiced by the early saint, and but they have maybe they ever like questioning why, but yeah, to be honest, we have to ask why for to see how God see but sometimes we don't have to know. But yeah, obeying the commandment of God, even though it sounds like ridiculous, but actually have a good point. Especially it's like protecting a lot of people, a lot of men and women, children. God has actually have their way to command the children to survive in this world, era to era, and another era. So that is what I learned. I guess, yeah, that's what I learned. The Lord does actually have their way. Sometimes it seems like why. I mean, we we are able to ask why, and we can, and it's okay to ask God like why, because once you question it why, God will answer, but not every question He will answer, because sometimes we don't have to know it. But if it's like you know what's the truth and how you see the world, how God see the world, I guess it's okay to ask God like why. And yeah, because Joseph Smith asks like why do I have to do this? God actually explained it and explained to him like why, makes us actually also know how God's actually how God's mean, about His commandment. And yeah, I guess I already answered three of the questions. I hope I answered the question well. But if I'm wrong, you can correct me, sister. So, thank you.